And welcome back out to Stanberry High School as we get set here for our second game of the night between the number 3 seed Worth County boys and the number 7 seed St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys. I'd like to thank our sponsors, BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, Albany Hy-Vee. Shotes of Albany, Northwest Cell, Mosaic Medical Center, Albany, the Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Association, Sherry's Pharmacy of Grant City, and the Apple App Insurance of Grant City. Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany, and the Printer, a new shopper located in Albany. It was Worth County that fell to Albany last night, 55-50. St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys fall to Platte Valley, 66-49 on Monday is how these two teams make it in here. And Mike, Worth County having to play last night, having to come back here on short rest to play again tonight.
Yeah, and I'm sure you kind of wonder what their mindset is coming in. There's a little bit of a fatigue factor involved, although high school kids seem to bounce back pretty quickly. But it was a tough game. Their starters definitely didn't get a lot of rest in that game, and is a disappointing loss to not only to a rival, but to a lower seed in that game as well. Neither team played great. I thought that Worth County made some mistakes that I thought were uncharacteristic for them, and they come in and play against a team that Lafayette JVs, don't let that title fool you. I mean, you're talking about a Class 4 school that has some juniors on this team that would be great players in the GRC.
Yes.
Had they been playing in the GRC. And they lose by 17 to Platte Valley in the opening round of the tournament.
But outscored Platte Valley there in that second half.
That's just the point I was getting ready to make. They outscored Platte Valley in the second half and really, I thought, bothered them defensively. They're going to play an aggressive man-to-man. They're going to do some run and jump. In fact, what they do defensively is going to mirror a little bit about what Platte Valley does. And they've got decent quickness. Not an overwhelming amount of size, but they've got a couple of kids that will be big enough to be a problem for Worth County, who doesn't have a lot of size either. Jackson Anderson, really, I think their lone starter over 6 foot. And to me, this is going to be an interesting game. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised to see Lafayette's JV win this game, especially given if Worth County doesn't come out ready to play and get after it, it could be a long night for them.
And we'll be back in just a moment to get ready for our starting lineups and our Shotes tip-off when we come back in just a moment from the BTC Bank pregame.
Show your school spirit with the BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Welcome back out again here to Stanberry as we get set here for the match between number 3 seed Worth County Tigers, number 7 seed St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys. Here's the announcement of the starting lineups.
For Worth County, number 4, Alex
So again, those are your starters here for both teams for St. Joseph Lafayette JV. It's Samuel Ryan, Tyrese Dutton, Dane Koch, Drake Davison, and Zach Langley are your starters. For Worth County, Alex Reinhardt, Jackson Anderson, Aiden Gladstone, Jackson Rundy, and Jackson Smith. So as we get started here for tonight's game, don't forget that as we prepare for tonight's opening Shoats tip-off, you can start your morning or trip with a stop at Shoats in Albany for an ice-cold fountain drink or a hot cup of coffee. It'll be Jackson Anderson as well as Zach Langley as we get started here. It'll be Worth County that'll win the opening tip-off. Bringing it across, Gladstone quickly gets it off now for Rundy. Back again here for Gladstone as he'll drive in. He had 21 points in the game against Stanberry last night as he misses the shot off the front of the iron. Stolen back here by Rundy quickly.
Big ball game for Gladstone last night. I thought he and Anderson played extremely well.
Ball tipped around, picked off here by St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys as Ryan will give it inside to Dutton as Dutton puts it up and nice and easy for two. Ball inbounds here for Rundy. Rundy brings it across here for Worth County. He'll have it up at the top of the key. In St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys, a Class 4 team, as Dutton quickly gets it out and putting it up off the glass nice and easy. There's Zach Langley.
Not the start I don't think the Tigers wanted in this game.
Reinhardt goes up. He's going to be called here for the charge. A couple of juniors on this Irish team. Tyrese Dutton as well as Dane Koch and Zach Langley, all three juniors. Otherwise, the rest made up of sophomores and a couple of freshmen as well.
Really like what all three of those guys did in their first game.
As Dutton tried leaving it off there for Langley, he's going to be fouled here on the floor. Foul against Worth County is going to go against Jackson Rundy. That'll be his first personal, team second. Samuel Ryan will inbounds. Koch sidesteps the defender, puts up a shot from inside the arc, up and good for two. 6-0 St. Joseph Lafayette JV.
Well, you just early on. Now things can change quickly, but early on you don't really like the Worth County body language.
Jackson Smith shot from three, short. As Dutton loses it, picked up here by Rundy. Gets it up now for Reinhardt, trying to leave it off for Smith, stolen away by Langley. Quickly gets it up now for Dutton. Dutton sends it up to the top of the key here for Ryan. As Ryan tries to set up this Irish offense. Koch over to the right wing, this time here for Davison.
Zone defense, and one of the things, zone defense for the Tigers, and one of the things we did notice is maybe didn't necessarily have the best shooting strokes from the perimeter.
And trying to feed it inside. Davison will take it on the right wing up to the top of the key for Ryan. Brings it inside for Langley, and it's going to go off the hand of Jackson Anderson out of bounds.
In the game against Platte Valley, I think Davison had back-to-back threes at one stretch in the third quarter, but I think those are the only two threes they hit.
Davison shot from three off the back of the iron. Rebound's going to be made here by Reinhardt. Over to left wing for Gladstone. Drives in, has it stripped from behind, but a foul going to be called here against Drake Davison. That'll be his first personal. Team's first foul as well. With 5:14 left to play here in the first, St. Joseph Lafayette has the lead. Anderson gets it now to Reinhardt. He can't get it to fall. Second chance opportunity, no good. As now Samuel Ryan will put it up with his right hand as an 8-point St. Joseph Lafayette lead. Gladstone sends it across for Reinhardt in the corner for Smith. Now to Anderson. Goes up, can't get it to fall.
Boy, they've had some easy looks around the basket, just haven't gotten him down.
Dutton trying to leave it off for Langley, goes through his legs, Picked up, though, by Davison. He'll wait for the defender to go up. Or, sorry, that's Koch, as he'll wait for the defender goes up, then gets fouled. As a foul here going to go against Reinhardt. That's his second here early. As we're just 3:24 here into the ball game. First shot from Koch is up and good.
That is most definitely not good news for the Tigers. And I would guess this may be just a little bit of a checkup from the neck up here for.
So Reinhardt will come out with 2 fouls. Checking in for him is going to be Grant Cameron. Dutton checks out. Checking in for him is going to be Camden Bennett for Lafayette. 10-0 is the lead here for St. Joseph Lafayette. 4:24 left to play here in the first quarter. Jackson Anderson trying to get it into Rundy. It's going to go off his foot out of bounds, and it will be Irish basketball. Now checking in. It's going to be Jamison Jackson as he'll check in here for Langley.
And one thing Lafayette's going to get, it is a JV team, and they're going to use a lot of guys. They want to see who can make that next step into varsity for next year or even this year.
Koch sends it across now for Davison. Leaves
Nice
it off for
pass.
Bennett inside, and Bennett lays it off the glass nice and easy.
Nice look by Davidson.
12-0 St. Joseph Lafayette with the lead. Right wing for Rundy. A little over halfway through the first quarter of play. Cameron over to left wing for Gladstone. And a blocking foul going to be called here against Drake Davison, as that'll be his second. Ready to check in here is going to be Mikey Thomas along with Jamison Jackson, as Ryan will check out. Also checking out there's Davison with 2 fouls. So Davison quickly here with 2 fouls. Reinhardt quickly with 2 fouls for Worth County, as the pass into Jackson Anderson goes off his hands out of bounds.
Well, as I said, you really don't like the body language you're seeing from the Tigers right now.
Over to the right wing with it, here's Koch. They'll send it up to the top of the key here for Jackson. Over to Thomas into the corner now. Sorry, that's Jackson with it there in the corner. Bennett up to the top of the key. Mikey Thomas trying to send it out to Cox. Comes back to Thomas. Now Bennett with a shot from 3 from the right wing. Off the iron. Rebound's going to be made here by Jackson Smith.
Good strong rebound by Smith in the middle of some taller players.
Gladstone goes up. Can't get it to fall, and it's going to go out of bounds here off of Worth County. And a timeout's going to be called here by Worth County. A 30-second Petty John Auto Center timeout. Underneath 3 minutes left to go in the first. It's a 12-0 St. Joseph Lafayette lead here over Worth County.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert, because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
Welcome back out again here to Stanberry. 12-0 St. Joseph Lafayette with the lead. Just underneath 3 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. That'll be Lafayette basketball.
Well, I expected to see a lot of physicality out of Lafayette. Haven't seen that so much in the early going.
Thomas trying to bring it into Bennett. Can't corral the pass as it's picked up by Rundy. He'll get it off this time now for Gladstone. Gladstone to Rundy. Rundy falls with it. He's able to pick it up, trying to get it to Gladstone. Stolen away here by Mikey Thomas. Euro steps his way in, but is going to be called for the travel.
He might have sneaked an extra step in there with him. Gladstone cut in front of him.
Quinn Lowe will check in here for Koch. As bringing it across, here's Gladstone. Into the corner now here for Grant Cameron, trying to drive baseline, and a blocking foul going to be called here against the Irish. As the foul is going to go against Caden Cox. That'll be his first personal. Grant Cameron will inbounds, trying to look to get it to Anderson, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds here by Bennett and stays with Worth. Actually, going to call it out of bounds off of Anderson.
Yeah, I think it tipped off of Lafayette, then off Anderson's hand.
Thomas up to Cox, over to the left wing. With it, here's Mikey Thomas, right wing, shot from 3. Rolls around, no good. Rebound's going to be made here by Jackson Anderson. Gladstone up to the top of key for Rundy. Back again to Gladstone. Across for Jackson Smith, stolen out of the air by Cox. Goes up, lays it up with his left hand a little too hard. And it's going to be a jump ball that is going to stay here with St. Joseph Lafayette. So Mikey Thomas will inbounds. Lowe will pick it up after the pass goes between him and Bennett. He'll put up a shot from 3 on the right wing. No good. And then Thomas is going to be called here for the foul on the rebound.
And again, it looks like the plan is trying to take away. And Worth County is giving up some size inside. But it looks like their plan is to just make Lafayette JV beat them from the outside. So far, they haven't had to. They've converted a lot of layups off steals, off breaks.
Rundy will check out. Checking in is going to be, again, Reinhardt. Checking in is Jaron Saunders for St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys. And Jackson Anderson lays it in off the glass from the left block for the first point tonight for Worth County.
That broke the ice. We'll see if that gets maybe Worth County a little hop in their step here.
Cox sends it out, and it's Bennett on the right block. Goes up, knocks it in off the glass, and easy for 2. Bennett now with 4 points here in the ball game. Gladstone has it stolen away there by Thomas. The bounce pass stolen away there by Jackson Anderson. Grant Cameron in the corner trying to drive baseline. Up to the top of the key for Anderson. Stolen away. Almost there by Cox. Now stolen by Thomas. He'll go up. And a foul going to be called here on the floor.
Well, and that's probably a good foul. That's one of those, like we've talked about so many times, that you don't take a guy out of a layup. I guess you're giving Worth County what they wanted out of that.
Jackson Smith will commit his first foul, team's 4th. Right wing. Inside to Bennett.
Oh.
Shot up and no good. Now he's going to be called for the over the back call is Bennett. I think he kind of wanted the foul on the shot, but didn't get the call.
Man, I thought if you're going to call that foul on Smith on the push, that was a big foul that Bennett kind of fought his way through.
Reinhardt brings it across over to left wing for Rundy. Gets a screen from Anderson. Over for Grant Cameron on the right wing. Drives in, trying to leave it off for Anderson on the block. Gets it off for Rundy left wing. Inside now for Gladstone. Can't get the awkward shot to go. Rebound by Mikey Thomas. He'll quickly get it up for Saunders. Inside
nice
back to Thomas as Thomas lays it off the glass in for 2.
Really nice dish from Saunders to find a cutter.
Rundy with it right wing. Drives in, lays it off the glass. Up and good for 2, 16-4. And the shot at the buzzer, no good. So 16-4, St. Joseph Lafayette leads. We're back with the second quarter, and we come back in just a moment.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Welcome back out again here to Stanberry. 16-4. It's a lead here for St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys over the Worth County boys. And it will be Worth County basketball coming out of the quarter break.
Well, tough start for Worth County, and they've had some decent looks. It just looks like they've been bothered a little bit by the size, maybe a little bit of body contact.
And it'll be
maybe a little fatigue.
So again, they did play a tough game last night where they lost by 5 to the Warriors. As Gladstone will leave it off now for Reinhardt. Reinhardt left wing for Grant Cameron. Into the corner again for Rundy. He'll drive baseline. Shot can't get off the backboard as Langley will come away with the rebound. Back out 5 starters for the Irish as Dutton has it on the right wing. Trying to send it to Langley. It goes a little high as it's picked off here by Rundy. Right wing for Reinhardt. Over for Gladstone. Again, Rundy with it up at the top of the key. Leaves it off for Grant Cameron up at the top of the key as he'll drive over to left wing. Trying to give it back to Rundy, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Off of Dane Koch. So Rundy again sent to inbounds. Into the backcourt here for Grant Cameron. Cameron leaves it off for Anderson, right wing. Minute 9 already gone here in the second quarter play. It's a 16-4 St. Joseph Lafayette JV lead here over Worth County. Rundy again into the right wing now for Reinhardt. He'll spin, puts up a shot in the paint, short off the front of the iron. Langley with the rebound. Driving in, Ryan into the corner now for Dutton. He'll drive, puts up a shot, can't get the fall, but he'll be fouled. We'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. As the foul here against the Tigers, they're going to go against Jackson Anderson. That'll be his first personal. And it'll be the team's 5th.
And I really don't know what to say. I don't know that I just was surprised at the margin that we're looking at right now. I thought St. Joe Lafayette would be pretty good. But if you told me they only had 16 points, I just said we would have had a heck of a ball game on our hands.
But instead, it's a 12-point lead here for Lafayette. As Dutton misses the first one, hits the second. Reinhardt will bring it across. And a foul going to be called here against the Irish. And it's going to go against Samuel Ryan. That'll be his first personal. Team 6th. So next foul against the Irish will put Worth County into the bonus. Ball inbounds to Anderson in the backcourt. He'll leave it off now for Rundy. Rundy trying to get off for Grant Cameron. Stolen away here by Davison. He'll go up, lays it up with his right hand, up and good for 2.
Not great spacing by the Tigers. That's a long cross-court pass against quickness.
Up to the top of the key again with it is Grant Cameron over to left wing now for Rundy. And a jump ball is going to be forced. That'll go here to the Irish. It'll be St. Joseph Lafayette. Ball 19-14, but a timeout going to be called here by Worth County. We're back after this quick 30-second Petty John Auto Center timeout here on Albany TV.
Schott's Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schott's has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schott's adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schott's Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one. Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
Welcome back out again here to Stanberry, 19-4. St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys have a lead over Worth County.
Worth County's been in their 2-3 zone the whole game thus far. And it's just like they need some type of spark or something to get them going.
Koch feeds it inside to Langley, goes up, lays it up with his left hand off the glass, up and good for two. We do have a pretty good crowd here tonight at Stanberry, but almost stunned here by this score here in this matchup of the 3-7 seeds.
I almost catch myself trying to whisper at times.
I know. Foul here will go against
fairly quiet.
Langley. That's his first. Sorry. First free throw attempt on the 1-and-1. No good there by Gladstone. Into the corner now for Dutton. Sends it across for Ryan on the right wing. And for Davison. And Gladstone will be called here for the foul. That will be his first personal. Team's sixth. So both teams will be in the bonus from here on out in the rest of the half. Ball inbounds to Langley as he'll lay it up off the glass. Nice and easy. 6 points here for Langley. 5 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. 23-4. Lafayette with the lead here for Worth County. Driving in Gladstone. Gets the bucket and the foul.
Tried to take the charge, just got there too late. And just looking at the Worth County bench, they just look stunned, and Coach New I think he's questioning what he's got to do to get his kids up and going.
Gladstone hits the three-point play here as he has given the Tigers now 7 points here with 4:45 still to play here in the second, as it'll be Koch that accidentally steps on the out-of-bounds line, and they're in the corner, 23-7.
You see one thing, maybe they went to a little trap action there out of the zone. Maybe that's something to get them up and going.
Irish lead the Tigers here 23-7 as Jackson Anderson goes up. Can't get the shot to fall off the side of the backboard. Davison quickly getting it to Langley as he'll go up and lay it off the glass, in for two.
Good lead pass by Davison, and a nice finish by Langley.
As Reinhardt going to be fouled and will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. As foul called here against Langley. That is his second personal. Team's ninth. Checking in here is going to be George Galloway, also checking back in. Here is going to be Jamison Jackson. First of the 1-and-1 from Reinhardt. No good. Galloway brings it across here for the Irish. Back up to Galloway at the top of the key, right wing for Davison. Stolen away by Gladstone. Lays up a little floater in the paint, can't get it to fall. Ball tipped around, finally picked up here by Ryan. He'll quickly drive it in, leaves it off.
Oh, nice.
And Davison off the glass. Nice dish there from Ryan to Davison.
Yeah, pretty basketball.
It's a 20-point Irish lead, 27-7, 3:45 left to play here in this first half. Reinhardt sends it across for Gladstone. Trying to send it into the corner for Cameron, but it's going to go out of bounds here off of Davison. Be Worth County basketball. Jackson Smith checks back in. And he'll come in here for Grant Cameron. So Jackson Smith will inbounds here for Gladstone. Up for Reinhardt.
Just a lot of standing, not a lot of movement.
As it's stolen away here by Galloway, he'll quickly send it up here for Dutton. And he'll lay it in off the glass, up a good for two. 29-7. Irish with the lead here over the Tigers. Anderson will send it over cross court here for Gladstone. He'll drive in, but a foul going to be called here on the floor. I believe it's going to go against Samuel Ryan. That'll be his second. Team 7th. So at the line for the 1-1 will be Gladstone. Or actually at the line for 2 as that one to the double bonus here is Worth County. First free throw attempt from Gladstone off the front of the iron. Bennett will check in. Also checking in here is going to be Mikey Thomas, as Dutton and Davison will both check out. Second free throw attempt is no good as Jackson Anderson goes over the line. Galloway brings it across here for the Irish. Trying to send it to Thomas over in the right wing, knocked out of bounds here by Rundy. You can just tell here by the body language of the Tigers that.
Yeah, it's been a nightmare. They're going to try to go some man-to-man here.
Cox with it up at the top of the key, drives in, leaves it off for Bennett. Can't get it to go, comes with the rebound, then he's going to be fouled on the second chance opportunity. As he'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. As Anderson will be called here for the foul. That'll be his second personal. Team 7th.
And I kind of question whether a couple of the Tigers have enough team speed to guard man-to-man, but you've got to, if you're Coach New, you've got to do something. Your kids aren't moving in the zone very well. They're getting beat up and down the floor.
As Bennett's able to hit the second free throw. 30-7, 2:40 left to play in this first half. Bringing it across, Gladstone will send over to the right wing for Reinhardt. Reinhardt up to the top of the key for Anderson. Left wing for Gladstone. He'll drive in. Puts up a shot off the glass, up a good for 2.
Man, almost like they're trying to clear out a side for him. He's going to have that short jumper.
Thomas gets it to Bennett now. Up to the top of the key for Cox. Right wing Galloway. Drives in. Can't get the floater to fall. Bennett with the rebound. Goes up. He can't get the ball. Comes away with the rebound. A chance. Gets it to fall and gets the foul. So Camden Bennett with 2 opportunities there. Gets the second one to fall in. Gets the foul. Go for the 3-point play. As Jackson Anderson picks up his 3rd foul. And Bennett will pick up the free throw. Jackson Anderson will check out. Checking in for him is going to be Lucas Wake. Ball inbounds for Reinhardt. Comes back out to Gladstone. 2 minutes left to play here in this first half. Over to left wing for Rundy. Ball goes away from Gladstone's able to pick it up. Now gets it back to Rundy. To Wake. And he's going to be called for the travel.
Yeah, and you hate to say this because I don't think it's the case, but the Tigers just look like they don't really even want to be here.
Yeah. You know, they were the 3 seed, got upset last night by the 6 seed Albany. Now down big here to the 7 seed St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys. Again, that was a pretty bad seeding for them as they looked very good. Again, that Class 4 school, but you don't want to.
No, I don't want to. I'm not trying to.
Yeah. There's a foul called here against Mikey Thomas as he'll go to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
I'm not trying to cast any aspersions against Lafayette's JVs at all, but I don't know that I've ever seen Worth County play like this.
No. And this is the second foul against Aiden Gladstone. Mikey Thomas' shot off the back of the iron. No good.
Because it's quite possible that Lafayette JV could be the 3rd best team or 2nd best team in this tournament. Thomas's
shot up and good. 34-9, 1:25 left to play here in the second quarter. Over to left wing with it now Rundy. Rundy sends it across now for Jackson Smith. He'll live it off for Reinhardt, and he's going to lose it out of bounds. It'll be Irish basketball. 1:10 left to play here in the half. Cox will bring it across for the Irish. Leaves it off for Jackson as he'll drive in. Lays up the little floater off the glass. Can't get it to fall. Bennett comes away with the rebound again. Again, he can't get it to fall. Ball tipped up, and it's going to be picked up here by Thomas.
Ooh. Had a look at it.
We'll send it back out to Cox to restart the offense. Right wing Galloway, he'll drive in. Shot from in front of the free throw line. Up and good for two. On the high arcing shot there from George Galloway. Underneath 30 seconds. Reinhardt trying to send it into Rundy. He's able to get the tip pass. Gladstone brings it into Wake. Back out again to Gladstone, left wing. He'll drive in. And a block's going to be called here against Bennett. I think Bennett's kind of surprised by the late whistle there.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised by the foul call, but it was definitely a late call. If I was Bennett, I would have been surprised myself.
I've been impressed so far with Bennett so far here in this tournament. Only a freshman coming in.
He's worked really hard down inside. I'm sure if you're the Lafayette coaching staff, you would like to see him. You'd like to see him convert some of those, maybe a little bit more than he has, but working hard in around the basket.
Gladstone misses both shots underneath 10 seconds. Cox has it up at the top of the key, 36-9. Cox drives in, leaves it off. Shot from three from Thomas off the back of the iron. And Bennett with a shot at the buzzer is no good. 36-9, St. Joseph Lafayette with the lead. Here at half, we're back with more during the Albany Hy-Vee halftime. We come back in just a moment.
If a sports injury sidelines you from your favorite activity, don't worry. You have a team of experts ready to help. From sprains and strains to breaks and more serious injuries, Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine professionals have the skill and experience to get you back in the game as fast as possible. For more information, visit mymosaiclifecare.org/sports. Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We're all in to get you back in. Applenap Insurance in Grant City is a Farmer Mutual company that is happy to provide you and your family with all of your insurance needs. Ben Applenap can provide you with insurance for your home, auto, or farm liability. Give Ben Applenap of Applenap Insurance in Grant City a call today at 660-564-2406. That's 660-564-2406, representing Grinnell Mutual. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Associations are proud to sponsor the students of the Albany, King City, Stanberry, and Worth County school districts. Not only does eating beef provide good nutrition, it supports the local economy. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Associations are proud to be an active part in today's agriculture. From first dates to graduations and everything in between, beef is there to help celebrate all of life's great moments. When life never stops moving, one thing will always bring your family together. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City is your hometown pharmacy with the pharmacist that was born and raised in Grant City. Sherry's Pharmacy doesn't just put pills in the bottle, they bring true pharmaceutical care to Northwest Missouri. Fast and friendly prescription service is what you will get each time you enter Sherry's Pharmacy. So if you're tired of just being another number at the chain stores, come visit Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City to experience the difference. Or call Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City today at 660-564-DRUG.
Welcome back out again here to Stanberry. It's a 36-9 St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys lead here over Worth County. And it's a stunned crowd here so far in Stanberry. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Help you bring you tonight's broadcast, though. BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Penny John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany. The Albany Hy-Vee and Shoats of Albany. Northwest Cell. Mosaic Medical Center Albany. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Association. Sherry's Pharmacy of Grant City and Appalachian Insurance of Grant City. Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany and the Printer, a new shopper located in Albany. Taking a look at the unofficial stats here from the first half, Worth County 4 for 15 from the field, 1 for 6 from the free throw line, 0 for 1 from behind the three-point range. Aiden Gladstone leading the way with 5 points, 2 points for Jackson Anderson and for Jackson Rundy. For St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys, unofficially shooting 15 for 27 from the field, 6 for 9 from the free throw line, 0 for 4 from behind the three-point arc. Led in scoring by Zach Langley and Camden Bennett with 8 points. 5 points for Dutton, 4 points for Koch and Davidson, 3 points for Thomas, 2 points for Ryan and Galloway. And Mike, as I stated there just a little bit ago, the crowds are stunned, the fans are stunned, we're stunned as well at the 36-9 lead here for St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys.
Well, like I said, I don't know that I'm stunned that St. Joe Lafayette is ahead in this game. I'm not stunned with that at all. What I've been more stunned about is just seeing the Worth County kids look like they're having trouble getting into anything they want to run. They're a little bit slow getting into it, and I think you talked about the discrepancy in shots. You know, St. Joe Lafayette JV are shooting over 50%. They're 15 for 27. But a lot of those are layups. I don't think they've hit an overabundance of shots from the perimeter. I think they've hit 1-3 maybe. So most of their shots are coming in around the basket. But to me, the biggest thing is there's just everybody looks like they're moving in slow motion on the Tigers side, and they're just really slow getting into their offense. And anything that has been done off of penetration by Aiden Gladstone. And like I said, there may be a lot of reasons for it. Maybe there's some flu going around. They've got to play their way through it. Maybe a case of fatigue from they had a tough game last night. They're not real deep. They don't play a lot of kids, so there may be a little fatigue that's set in. But make no mistake, I mean the Lafayette JV this is a good basketball team, and we said had they gotten past Platte Valley in that first round, and I won't say it ever looked like they were going to beat them, but they sure as heck competed with them, at least for the second half. If that had been the case, we very easily could be looking at them in the finals of this tournament. And so this is a good basketball team that Class 1 schools are having a look at.
And the one thing you really see here from Worth County, 4 points in the first quarter, 5 points there in the second quarter. Not something you're accustomed to seeing, especially in a boys game, but in a high school game at that, and especially from this Worth County team that in the Stanberry tournament, at any given moment, they could light up on threes just like that, and that could still happen here tonight in this game and make this game close. But at the moment, 16 points in the first quarter for St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys, 20 there in the second quarter. They have a 36-9 lead at the half. We're back with more Albany Hy-Vee halftime as we get set for the second half when we begin in just a moment on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Shoats Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Shoats has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Shoats adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Shoats Convenience Store in Albany. where they can fuel you up in more ways than one. Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
If a sports injury sidelines you from your favorite activity, don't worry. You have a team of experts ready to help. From sprains and strains to breaks and more serious injuries, Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine professionals have the skill and experience to get you back in the game as fast as possible. For more information, visit mymosaiclifecare.org/sports. Mosaic Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We're all in to get you back in. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Associations are proud to sponsor the students of the Albany, King City, Stanberry, and Worth County school districts. Not only does eating beef provide good nutrition, it supports the local economy. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Associations are proud to be an active part in today's agriculture. From first dates to graduations and everything in between, beef is there to help celebrate all of life's great moments. When life never stops moving, one thing will always bring your family together. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City is your hometown pharmacy with the pharmacist that was born and raised in Grant City. Sherry's Pharmacy doesn't just put pills in the bottle, they bring true pharmaceutical care to Northwest Missouri. Fast and friendly prescription service is what you will get each time you enter Sherry's Pharmacy. So if you are tired of just being another number at the chain stores, come visit Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City to experience the difference. Or call Sherry's Pharmacy in Grant City today at 660-564-DRUG.
Welcome back out again here to Stanberry, 36-9. St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys have a lead over the Worth County boys here in this 3-7 game. Again, the Worth County Tigers, the 3 seed. If St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys win this, we'll have our second seed upset of the tournament, as Worth County will be basically what our Princeton girls were at the Albany tournament whenever they lost as the 4 seed and got knocked out before making it to the consolation game.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this has been a surprise.
And like we said, we didn't necessarily think that that Worth County was going to come out and dominate St. Joseph Lafayette. We thought that it would be close. We thought even St. Joseph Lafayette might win, but it's the discrepancy at the moment here at the half that really has everybody here in the gym stunned, and us as well. Jackson Smith with it up at the top of the key, trying to get it into Gladstone. Loses track of it, gives it off now for Reinhardt in the corner. Anderson shot from 3. Too hard, no good. Jackson Smith comes away with the rebound. Up to the top of the key again with it is Rundy. Gets it to Smith. Right wing for Anderson.
I will say this, the Tigers have come out with a little more hop in their step at the very least.
Gladstone to Smith, shot from 3. Up and good as he'll knock it down from behind the arc. 36-12, and that was one thing that we said during halftime. This Tiger team can hit threes and can really bring them into this ball game quickly here.
They very well could. They crawl back in this. That three-pointer is such a huge equalizer.
Now Lang will try and put up a 3 of his own. Can't get it to fall. Reinhardt comes with the rebound, and he will be fouled. As the foul here against St. Joseph Lafayette is going to go against Dane Koch. That'll be his second personal. Team's first here in the half. Gladstone brings it across over to the right wing now for Rundy. Rundy up to the top of the key for Reinhardt. Spins back into the corner for Rundy. Up for Anderson. Trying to leave it off into the corner for Reinhardt. Stolen away. Trying to quickly get it out to Davison, and it's going to go out in front of him, out of bounds. Ryan trying to get it out just a little too quick. Bringing it across, Gladstone over to left wing for Anderson. Anderson with 3 fouls, Reinhardt with 2 there in the first half as Reinhardt's pass is going to be stolen away. Now stolen back by Rundy. To Reinhardt, he'll put up a shot from 3. Knocks it down.
Well, back-to-back threes. Cut the lead to 21, and that seems odd to even say.
Yeah. Gets it off for Langley. Goes up, lays it off the glass with his left hand.
Really smooth in his finishes around the basket.
Trying to get it inside to Jackson Anderson, knocked out of bounds by Dutton. Little over 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter play, 38-15. Irish lead. As the ball's inbounds to Gladstone, gets it off for Anderson on the left elbow. Up to the top of the key for Rundy. Right wing Gladstone. Rundy goes away, but it's picked up by Anderson. Into the corner, Reinhardt, another shot from three. Knocks it down. It's three here in a row for Worth County. They've matched their point total in the first half here in the first 2.5 here in the third quarter. And now Rundy's going to be called here for the travel.
Just carelessness. I think he thought he carried it, was going to get called, and then he traveled, and it's a little carelessness on Rundy's part.
Line change here for St. Joseph Lafayette. As back in here for the Irish are going to be Saunders as well as Cox with it up at the top of the key. Thomas back in. Jackson and Bennett. As it's stolen away here by Reinhardt. He'll go up and late. Can't get it to go with his right hand. As Thomas leaves it off for Bennett on the right block. Spins around, goes up hard, can't get it to fall. Rebound's going to be made by Gladstone.
And Bennett's having to play through contact a lot down on the block. He's not getting much of anything in the way of calls.
Rundy drives baseline, now pulls it back out for Gladstone at the top of the key. Back into the corner for Rundy. Trying to feed it up to Anderson. Jackson Smith shot from three. Off the mark to the right. Cox brings it across. Up to the top of the key is Mikey Thomas. He'll put up a shot, gets it to Foley, and gets the foul.
If you're going to get Rundy, I believe.
And that will be the second here on Rundy. Actually, they're going to take that one and put it on Gladstone, so that'll be his third. Rundy will check out. Cameron will check in. First free throw attempt from Thomas. Rolls out, no good. Anderson comes away with the rebound.
Well, and I think, even though they've hit 3 threes to start the half, I think is really important.
As Reinhardt can't get the layup to go, and can't get the tip in either, as it's rebounded here by Jackson.
Yeah, I just don't think you can depend on threes to get you back in the game. You're going to get it through efficient offense, and it's got to start on the defensive end.
Galloway with it left wing. Galloway with it up at the top of the key. Sends it over to the right wing with it now here for Saunders. Galloway back with it now. It goes to Bennett as he'll drive in. Goes up, lays it off the glass. Up a good for two.
Yeah, there's a good strong finish. He went right at Anderson that time.
And a foul going to be called here against Bennett. That's going to be his third personal. Team second. Gladstone will inbounds here for the Tigers. They trail here, 42-18. Gladstone drives in, and a foul going to be called against Mikey Thomas, I believe is who they're going to get on it. And the foul against Thomas is going to be his second personal. Team's third. Gladstone will go to the line to shoot two. First free throw is up and good. Checking in now is going to be Quinn Lowe as he'll check in here for Mikey Thomas. Gladstone shot off the front of the iron, no good. Lowe drives in, leaves it off for Galloway. Right wing, shot from 3. No good. Anderson will come away at the rebound. Gladstone, Reinhardt, deep shot from 3. Off the back of the iron, rebound made by Galloway. Sorry, I cut you off there, Mike.
No, what I was going to say is I don't think Worth County needs to get into a running game with them and feel like they have to score in 15 seconds, but I do think they need a little bit of urgency here. You're down 23 with a little over 10 minutes to go. You can crawl back in it with some defense.
Cameron will pick up the foul. It's going to be tipped up, and it'll be Bennett with it up at the top of the key. Over to Galloway, 2:45 left to play here in the third, 42-19. Irish with the lead. Driving in is Lowe, leaving it there into the paint. Nobody home, though. Bennett with it, and he's going to be called for the charge. That'll be the 4th here on Bennett.
4 fouls, but I tell you what, he's played well. I really like him.
Anderson back out to Reinhardt into the corner now for Gladstone. Dutton ready to come in the next check here for the Irish. As Anderson comes back to Smith, down into the corner. Reinhardt shot from 3, knocks it down. As he's got 3 now here in the third quarter, all from behind the arc. It's all 9 of his points as Rundy's ready to check back in here for the Tigers as well with 2:05 left to play in the third. Galloway with it up at the top of the key. Over to left wing with it here is Saunders. Right wing for Galloway. I believe Grant Cameron got away with a little bit of a reach there. As Galloway drives in, goes up, can't get it to fall. Ball tipped up and it's finally picked up here by Gladstone.
Bennett there again, just couldn't quite control it. You almost wonder if Reinhardt maybe is fighting an injury of some kind. Got a leg injury, maybe a muscle pull.
And Jackson Anderson be called here for the carry. Another line change here for the Lafayette Irish as Langley Dutton will check back in. Ryan, Davison, and Koch. So the original 5 starters back out again here for St. Joseph Lafayette as it's down to a 20-point lead here, 42-22.
Well, they got 13 kids on the bench. They've all played.
Davison sending it out for Langley. Drives in, gets the bucket and the foul as he went up hard. And he had to push it up hard to get it in there. Foul here against Worth County is going to go against Jackson Anderson. He'll pick up his 4th. As Langley's shot no good. As Gladstone came with the rebound. Reinhardt with it on the right wing. Drives in. Lays it off the glass. Up and good for 2.
And you kind of wonder where that was in the first half when they needed it.
Koch with it left wing up to Langley up at the top of the key over to the right wing. This time now for Ryan. Gets it to Dutton. Don't be surprised if they don't try and get it into Langley, see if they can't get Jackson Anderson to pick up his 5th. Dutton with it left wing. Trying to leave it off for Langley.
Well, that was the idea Dutton had, certainly.
Spins around off the glass. Up and good for 2 for Langley.
He does like that spin move, and he's always going to come back to the left hand, but that time he had a right-handed finish.
He's got 14 points here in the ball game. Gladstone right wing to Reinhardt. Shot from 3. Up and good. And now for Reinhardt, 14 points all coming here in this third quarter. Langley inside. Jackson Anderson. Good stop there as he'll put up a shot from three-quarter court. No good. 46-27 after 3 quarters of play. Worth County fighting their way back into it, but still trail big here to St. Joseph Lafayette. We're back with more in just a moment on Albany TV.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
Welcome back out again here to Stanberry as we start fourth quarter action. It'll be St. Joseph Lafayette basketball. Davison over the left wing for Ryan. Right wing with it, Dutton. Coke up to Ryan again up at the top of the key over to the right wing for Dutton.
Well, they've got Langley if they want him.
As he's guarded now by Gladstone with Jackson Anderson on the bench with 4 fouls here to start this fourth quarter. Davison drives in, now leaves it up for Ryan up at the top of the key as he'll try and restart this Irish offense. Davison right wing. Gets it for Dutton at the free throw line. Leaves it back off again for Davison, now for Langley. And a charge going to be called here against Davison.
Nice dish again. Maybe just got a little too deep. I think he could have dropped off a bounce pass and accomplished the same thing as what he did do.
That's the third personal against Davison as St. Joseph Lafayette will now come out in full court pressure here. It's also the 5th foul there on St. Joseph Lafayette here in the half. Gladstone gets it off for Grant Cameron. Tip back. Cameron picks it up, now sends it over to Reinhardt, right wing, into the corner now for Wake. Wake drives baseline. Pulls it back out for Grant Cameron. Sending it inside to Rundy, not able to, doesn't see the passes. Wake picks it up, gets it back to Rundy, now to Cameron. Reinhardt shot from 3. Off the back of the iron, rebound's going to be made by Davison. And quickly sends it up to Koch. To Davison, left wing, Dutton. Feeds it inside to Langley. Goes up, lays it off the glass, nice and easy.
Yeah, they had that the whole previous possession, too.
And now Ryan's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 3rd personal, team 6th. Next foul will put Worth County in the bonus the rest of the way.
Well, the Tigers had a nice third quarter. Could bounce back with 18 points in the third, but just still find themselves way behind. Just too deep a hole.
As it's tipped out to Dutton, he'll get it then into Koch. He can't get it to fall, and then he's going to be pushed on the rebound. As the foul here is going to go against Aiden Gladstone. That's going to be his 4th personal, 4th team foul as well. And a 30-second Petty John Auto Center timeout going to be taken by Worth County. We're back with more in just a moment on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
48-27. It's a St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys lead here over Worth County. 6:17 left to play here in this fourth quarter. There'll be Irish basketball as they'll inbounds here from the baseline. Dutton will inbounds it up to the top of the key. Gets it off for Langley at the right elbow. Now from Ryan.
Back to the zone for Worth County. And the Irish can be really, really patient.
Ryan drives in, trying to leave it on for Langley, stolen away here by Reinhardt. He'll quickly try and get it up for Grant Cameron. Then it's going to be knocked away here by Dutton, picked up here by Koch. Or actually, I take the back, picked up here by Davison. Gets it now in for Ryan. Inside the paint, leaves it off for Dutton. As he'll come flying in and lays it up nice and easy.
Nice find by Ryan. Was that Ryan or Koch? Koch, I believe.
Ryan to Dutton there.
Ryan to Dutton. That's a nice feed.
As Grant Cameron will lose control and goes out of bounds. Jackson Anderson will check back in. Checking in here for St. Joseph Lafayette is going to be Quinn Lowe. As Davison will check out. Grant Cameron will check out. So out on the floor, Gladstone and Anderson, both with 4 fouls. But down here by 23. You almost have to play him down with 5.5 left to play.
There's nothing.
You're not keeping him for anything.
Yeah.
Low to Dutton. And now to Langley at the free throw line. Puts up a shot. Knocks it down from just behind the free throw line. 18 points here in the ballgame for Langley. As Dutton sees the pass to Anderson, anticipates it, and knocks it out of bounds. Smith will now check in here for Wake. .504 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 52-27. Irish lead the Tigers. Rundy gets it off for Reinhardt. Spins, goes up off the glass, rolls around, no good, as it's going to be rebounded here by Langley. Ryan drives in, lays it up with his right hand. As he just maneuvered his way through the defense. Rundy bringing it across. Into the corner for Smith, now for Anderson. Anderson drives into the paint, and a foul going to be called here on the floor. As the foul against St. Joseph Lafayette, I believe, going to go against Dutton.
So after a good third quarter where the Tigers were able to cut into the Irish lead, they now find themselves on the wrong side of, I believe, an 8-0 run.
An 8-0 run.
And it's a 27-point ball game. Irish have doubled up the Tigers here in the fourth.
Has a free throw attempt there from Jackson Anderson, no good. Dutton with it up at the top of the key, over to left wing, this time now for Koch. Into the corner low, he'll sidestep a defender, puts up a shot. Can't get it to fall. Langley comes away with the rebound. He'll go up, off the glass, gets the bucket and gets the foul. Langley now over 20 points here. Or he has 20 at the moment, can have 21 if he hits the free throw. As that foul against Aiden Gladstone there. He thought he fouled out. I thought he fouled out as well, but they're going to say it was just his fourth.
Okay.
As Langley will hit the free throw with 21 points now here in the ball game. 57-27, a running clock, fourth quarter now here, as it's a 30-point ball game. Gladstone shot from 3 off the iron. Rebound's going to be made here by Lowe.
And to make matter, add insult to injury, or injury to insult, Anderson, I think, just tweaked his ankle, too.
And he also just fouled out as well there as he hit Ryan hard, and Ryan went flying into the wall. Now, I know Jackson Anderson should be fouled out after that one, and he is. Checking in now is going to be Grant Cameron.
I don't think there's no intent there.
And mistake me if I'm wrong, but it is a 30-point ball game. Clock should be running here, correct? As
Clock
Langley
should be running, and if you call the foul, it looks like, well, maybe that was just, oh boy.
As now Dutton will come away with the steal, and he'll lay it up good for 2. 61-27 now. Reinhardt will bring it across here for the Tigers. Up now for Jackson Smith, over to left wing for Gladstone. As he'll crown it right before it goes out of bounds. Over again, Reinhardt, shot from 3. He drains it. As Reinhardt now with 17 points, all coming here in the second half. Ryan goes up, knocks it in, and gets the foul. And the foul here against Worth County is going to go against Jackson Smith. As Ryan's free throw attempt off the front of the iron. Langley there, though, picks it up and puts it in. Good for 2. (65-30), 2:50 left to play as Reinhardt's shot no good. Rebound is going to be made here by Grant Cameron. He'll put up a shot, can't get it to fall. Rebound made by Dutton. Into the corner. Langley will now put up a 3 of his own off the top of the backboard. No good. And Ryan will pick up the foul.
Well, and you're right. It should be a running clock, and they're not doing it.
They're not doing it at the moment. Ryan will pick up his 4th. As we have 5 new players out here for St. Joseph Lafayette.
Here we go. I think the referee is just giving them the word.
And now we'll have 5 new players coming in here for Worth County, too, after the first free throw from Reinhardt is up and good. He hits them both. There will be 5 new players for both. Let's see, checking in here for Worth County. One player is going to have to stay out, and that's going to be Levi Casseval. That's going to have to wait. Checking in, though, is Jace Cosette. Also checking in Timothy Richardson, Robert Baker, and John Galikanakis. And now Levi Casseval will check in. And back in again here for St. Joseph Lafayette is going to include Galloway Thomas. Cox. Also back in is Jackson and King Goldsby. I believe we'll see him for the first time. With 1:30 left, pass for Goldsby goes over his head, out of bounds. Clock continues to run in this running clock, fourth quarter, 65-32. St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys will move into the consolation game here at the Stanberry basketball tournament. Galloway comes away with the rebound or steal, goes up, lays it off the glass, something good for 2. With it on the floor is Richardson. He's able to get it off now for Baker. Baker will send it up to the top of the key. Richardson shot from 3. Off the back of the iron, no good. As Galloway will send it up this time for Goldsby. He'll drive in, leaves it off into the corner. Mikey Thomas shot from 3. Up and good as he'll knock it in from behind the arc. 70-32. 30 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. Richardson sends it over to left wing, this time for Cosette. He'll drive in. Can't get the shot to go as it's going to be rebounded here by Lafayette.
May dribble it out now.
As it's Caden Cox with up at top of the key. He gets the instructions to dribble it out. It's a 70-32 victory tonight for St. Joseph Lafayette. They'll move into the consolation game to take on the winner of the next one. It'll be King City Stanberry boys. We're back with that one when we come back in just a moment in the BTC Bank postgame.
Show your school spirit with the BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Welcome back out again here to Stanberry. I'd like to thank our sponsors. Help you bring you that broadcast to Worth County St. Joseph Lafayette JV Boys. BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, the Albany Hy-Vee. Schultz of Albany and Northwest Cell. Mosaic Medical Center Albany. The Gentry and Worth County Cattlemen's Association. Sherry's Pharmacy of Grant City. Applenapp Insurance of Grant City. Winter Circle Trophies and Awards north of Albany. And the Printer and New Shopper located in Albany. Taking a look at the unofficial stats from the ball game. Worth County boys unofficially shoot 11 for 35 from the field, 4 for 11 from the free throw line, 6 for 14 from behind the three-point arc. 5 of those coming from Alex Reinhart there in the second half. He leads the way with 19 points, 6 points for Aiden Gladstone, 3 points for Jackson Smith, 2 points for Rundy, 2 points for Anderson. For the St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys, they unofficially shoot 31 for 51 from the field, 7 for 13 from the free throw line, 1 for 8 from behind the three-point arc. Led in scoring by Langley with 25 points, 10 points for Bennett, 8 points for Thomas, 9 points for Dutton, and then it was 6 points for Ryan, 4 points for Galloway, Thomas, and Koch. And Mike, St. Joseph Lafayette JV boys find themselves in the consolation game. They'll take on the winner of this next game between the 5-seed Stanberry Bulldogs and the 8-seed King City Wildcats. And again, it's a Lafayette boys team that will give a tough test to whoever is next as well. But again, Worth County just seemed off tonight.
Yeah, this game was over early, and I don't think, and I'm not even going by the score, I was just looking by the body language. It just looked like they needed a spark. They just had trouble getting looked like they had trouble getting off the mat from last night, and it's just a tough way to go for the Worth County Tigers. They'll regroup. They'll be back, and they'll be better down the road. But tonight just wasn't their night, and it looked like they were just a little bit out of it the whole night. And as you said, if you're going to play the Lafayette JV and you all you hear is the JV, you're making a huge mistake, because Class 4 school, they're going to run some pretty good players out there, even with their JV team. And as you said, or we mentioned earlier, this could be a team that very easily could be maybe the third best team in this tournament. I don't know that they're ready to play Mound City, although you never know, because they didn't, but they played pretty well with Platte Valley for a period of time. They've got some individuals I think are really impressive. They play a lot of guys.
Yes.
Which is also impressive. So congratulations to them. And for Worth County, I'm sure they'll be back to the drawing board, and Coach New will get something figured out for them.
And we'll be back with our final game of the night between the number 5 seed Stanberry Bulldogs and 8 seed King City Boys when we come back in just a moment on Albany TV.